An ICE agent shot and killed a man in Houston.
Crying for help as he lay on the street.
Tonight, his family looking for accountability.
Just how much public interest is there and public support is there in the Dallas Stars moving here to the Willow Bend Mall? The crowd that showed up this morning is a very good indication of that.
Texans have lost millions of dollars to Bitcoin scams.
Please, I have the bank on the phone.
Okay, let me talk to who you're talking to on the bank.
I'm in danger.
How people get tricked into giving away their savings.
101 degrees was the high today. We've got more 100s in the forecast. We're going to talk about when temperatures will go back down coming up.
A new phase in the criminal case against the Johnson County Sheriff.
I'll take it as a win.
What's next after Adam King's case ended in mistrial? And we'll look at what new developments in Iran mean for gas prices in Texas.
We start with a traffic update. The northbound lanes of US 67 at Redbird are still closed after a crash involving a Dallas police officer. Chopper video from earlier gives you a better look at the scene there. A Dallas police officer was conducting a traffic stop when a separate vehicle hit his squad car. The officer was taken to the hospital as a precaution. The driver was also taken to the hospital. Their condition is unknown. And tonight we're learning more about the Dallas Stars' planned move to Plano by the time their lease expires at the AAC.
Yes, city officials just held an information session to update neighbors who live nearby. Kevin Reese is at the shops at Willow Bend where most, but not all residents are ready to welcome the Stars.
The shops at Willow Bend can be quiet at times, but not this morning. Plano residents over popcorn learning more about parking and transportation and how their neighborhood might change if and when the Dallas Stars renovate this place and call Willow Bend their new home.
Well, I think they'll take care of it.
Plano resident David Long is ready for it. He gave up his Stars season tickets years ago. His wife didn't like that long downtown Dallas drive. So this will be easier for you?
Yes, yes.
You'll be a season ticket holder again?
Probably.
The city of Plano organized this forum to field questions, offer the answers they have so far. After the city signed a letter of intent with the Stars to build a new stadium and entertainment complex where the mall sits now.
We want to be an open forum for the public. This has been the city's mantra from day one.
The Stars CEO says the goal is to learn how best to make the dream a reality by the time their lease at the American Airlines Center ends in 2031.
I think this turnout today has been fantastic. I think it reiterates what we thought, that this is the appropriate place for the Dallas Stars for the next 30 years.
I think the possibility of having the Stars come is exciting. There's just a lot of moving parts that, you know, how is this going to affect Plano?
And that really is a starting point of, okay, let's determine if this is the right fit. Let's determine what are things that we need to address.
Plano will hold another open house here next Tuesday night. And this coming November, we'll ask voters to approve a slate of new rental car, hotel occupancy, and event taxes to help pay for all of this, hoping to get voters like David Long. So you're excited about this?
I am. Yes, I am.
Ready for the Stars to call Plano home. In Plano, I'm Kevin Reese.
Now to a developing story. Police are asking for tips after a Plano ISD teacher was arrested for child sexual abuse. They say it happened at Brinker Elementary, not far from the Dallas North Tollway and Parker Road. Paul Campbell is in the Plano City Jail tonight after detectives say he made inappropriate physical contact with a student at Brinker where he worked as a teacher. Plano ISD says it's working to fire him and asking anyone with information to reach out to police. We have a crew digging for answers right now. We will bring you new details tonight at 10.
Now to a live look outside on another hot evening at Clyde Warren Park. We made it through another triple-digit day, but meteorologist Cassie Hyder is tracking a cool down on the way.
And at least you can find some shade, though, at Clyde Warren Park, so any little bit helps, especially after we made it back to 101 degrees this afternoon. This is our Cedar Hill camera. We do have lots of sunshine. It's been a very quiet day weather-wise. A few storms to the north and east, but, you know, it's just been plain hot for most of us. That's been the bigger headline. We're now up to 102 degrees in Fort Worth, 101 in Dallas, 95 in Greenville, 97 right now in Canton. Satellite and radar has been showing a few rain and storms developing to our north north and east. And as of right now, we still have a couple of showers northeast near Paris, a couple of showers trying to get going near Granbury. But everything for the most part will be pretty weak, whatever storms that do develop. I'm keeping DFW pretty quiet, mostly clear overnight. Tonight it's going to stay very warm. The wind's going to pick up a little bit. We still have more triple-digit temperatures in the forecast. We're going to talk about when temperatures should go back down coming up in just a little bit, guys.
All right, Cassie, thank you. And of course, we are in the thick of summer, and this week there will be fewer places to cool down in the city of Dallas. Mitty Hicks explains why.
Thursday and Friday are expected to be among the hottest days this week. These 100-degree temperatures come at the worst time for residents who find relief inside public places like libraries. Dallas city leaders announced public libraries will be closed Friday for a mandatory shutdown as the city tries to make up for a budget deficit.
We serve anybody that comes to our doors.
So places like the Salvation Army are stepping up to make sure people are hydrated and staying cool.
We do have 13 hydration and cooling stations throughout North Texas. We're in 5 counties at this point.
Staff say volunteers are serving more people this year compared to last year due to rising gas, food, and energy costs.
Many times they have to decide, do I pay the electric bill or do I pay my rent? Do I buy my groceries or do I pay the electricity?
As residents brace for more 100-degree days, the Salvation Army will have cold water and hand fans at its cooling stations. In the meantime, a spokesperson from the city of Dallas says all recreation centers and some community centers will be open Friday. In Dallas, I'm Mitty Hicks.
An ICE agent fatally shot a man in Houston, and now his family, immigration advocates, and several Democrats are calling for an independent investigation. Video shows what happened after agents opened fire on Lorenzo Salgado Araujo Tuesday morning. Authorities say he was here in the U.S. illegally, and they pulled him over as part of a targeted enforcement operation. Agents say Araujo rammed an ICE vehicle and tried to hit them, and only then did they open fire. Araujo's son had to learn what happened through social media.
I recognized him immediately. Not from his appearance, but from his voice, crying for help as he lay on the street, bleeding out.
Ronaldo Salgado claims that his father had been living in the U.S. for more than 30 years and was on the path to obtaining a work permit.
Well, right now we are keeping an eye on Texas gas prices. Oil prices surged off news of President Trump saying the ceasefire in Iran was over. When oil prices climb, gas costs tend to follow. Worth noting, oil prices are not as high right now as when drivers were paying around $4 a gallon on average earlier in the war around March.
Tonight, the FBI says Texas lost more than $56 million to Bitcoin scams last year, and now lawmakers are looking to crack down on a key tool. A lot of these scams play out like this case in White Settlement from a couple of years ago. Scammers use information from bank statements or recent moves to convince the victim they're police officers or bank or government officials. They tell them to put thousands of dollars into a Bitcoin ATM to steal their money. But in this case, an officer stopped the woman before it was too late.
Hey, ma'am,
Yes.
can I talk to you for a second?
Please, I have the bank on the phone.
Okay, let me talk to who you're talking to on the bank.
I'm in danger.
That woman was able to get her money back, but the new stats prove others aren't so lucky. Lawmakers tell our partners at the Texas Tribune they plan to regulate or ban the Bitcoin ATMs.